Good afternoon. So it's a beautiful day out today. It's like 65 degrees, 70 degrees. This little increment of good weather the Northeast always has. In usually September, early October. And we got the Mercedes back in action here. We're down on the ground. We got our original exhaust in here. Surprisingly, it's amazing to me that we still have all our hangers in here. And I know I may have not gotten the right amount of hangers here, so it'd be good if we could maybe salvage a couple of these. And then I'll just obviously get more when I know what I need. We can get that all laid out there. But essentially today I want to take this full exhaust out. We're going to disconnect it from the downpipe, which I've already replaced. So we'll have a full new exhaust system here. You can see we have obviously our new piece right there. And then look at that. Look at that. I don't know if you can see it well, but there's literally a crack right in the exhaust. I can't get a damn angle on it. But anyway, there's a massive hole back there. And the hole underneath the car is covered in soot. So definitely rust protection. So that's a good thing. You can see where oil's just traveled up all the way to the rear muffler, the resonator from the front. This thing leaks like a sieve. You see the floor replacement I've done on this. It's pretty damn good. It's not bad at all. All factory stuff. Also rocker panels. You can see some of the undercoating I just left there. I do have to put new rocker panels on this car because they're kind of cobbled together, but it shouldn't be too difficult to do. I already have the parts, so they're for a sedan. I'll just have to shorten them, much like this exhaust. We got to figure out, we're going to take this whole assembly out and put it next to the new assembly and figure out how we're going to shorten it so it fits in the car. And we're going to start by unbolting it from the downpipe. Got all my tools in my trunk. Yeah, we got our stuff. Look at this one hole right here. That's the one putting the fumes in the car. It's amazing what the heat cycles do to bolts. This thing's tight as hell. Get this little sooty boy off. Oh yeah, she's doing her thing. I think she's missing a couple little hooks here. Wow, that thing is junk. Yeah, that thing's not junk. Alright, so we got our little rubber donut boy. This side, that side. I think we have 1, 2 on there too. And that's all that's holding this thing up. This thing's fried. So I just spun this around and get this guy unhooked. Oh my god, that light flare is fucking horrid. And we got this boy right here, which is already really unhooked. Oh, we got the rear one off, I think. Oh boy. You know what? We're gonna get the snippy booth out. Get ready. It's gonna get heated. Those things are still very permeable. Holy shit. there we go. Let's start from the beginning. This is where our downpipe hooks up, where we unbolted. So we're moving. Just crust. Hole. That was the one killing me and decreasing my life expectancy. And then, holy hell. And again, this is all oil that's just traveling down the outside of the exhaust pipe to the muffler. It's not like it's blowing straight up oil out of the exhaust. But this thing is just, there's nothing left of it. Resonator, it's in good shape, but it's junk. Little bracket here. I would say this is our joint we're gonna mess around with to get it the right length. Muffler. Soot coming out of there. We got holes. We got problems. And our tailpipe is all crusty too. It's not looking good, but it is original. 260,000 miles is pretty good. It's done its job. Let's get our new stuff. Alright, so this is the new and the old side by side. Surprisingly, back here, they're very similar. Nearly the same. We may have to shave a little bit off here, potentially. But maybe not, though. You know what? I think I stand corrected, because we're aligning here and we're aligning here, so that's what we're looking for. I see two problems up here. Number one, we have our original, which I would say has some sort of donut in it. Oh my god, look at the soot in this thing. Jesus Christ. We have a donut end connection here with the bracket. In this, we do have the bracket, which is good. But our issue here is we have also a flare connection here, and this is the same connection as the downpipe. So we may have to go and try to see if we can source a exhaust little donut insert that will seal. And regardless of that, if you look a tad bit longer, I would say, I don't know, 2.5 inches longer on this than that. So I wouldn't want to cut here because we already have the flare. I would probably instead trim it back here, because this is just hanging. This doesn't really attach anywhere under the body, it's just below it. So we'd probably want to cut here, or obviously here, wherever it works, I suppose. Overall, they're pretty much the same. I'm very surprised. I thought I was going to shorten it like 9 inches or so. I'm kind of blown away, because this exhaust is for a wagon. I really thought the chassis would be a little bit different. I was a little nervous, but I don't see this being, well, I shouldn't say it, but we'll just say it because we'll just jinx ourselves. I don't care. I don't see this being too much of an issue here. We have no exhaust on this car. I kind of want to hear what it sounds like, you know? Let's see what this OM617 turbo sounds like without any sort of exhaust at all, you know? It's literally just a cloud of smoke around it. It's hilarious. It's not even that much louder as it was before. Get some good turbo spools though. Let's be honest here. A little change of plans here. Alright, so here's the deal. I pulled my entire exhaust off, and I realized I did not bring my new rubber hangers and brackets for the new exhaust. So I realized this afterwards when I had already pulled off the new exhaust. So we have to drive back to my house because I'm working on this at my parents' because there's a concrete slab to actually jack this car up on and I have it fall off. So we have to drive all the way back to Ware, which is about 30 minutes. Probably gonna hold my breath the whole trip because it just smells like pure diesel fumes in here. Because it's just, I'm running this with an open downpipe right now. No exhaust at all in this car. Sounds shitty apart from the turbo. The turbo actually sounds pretty cool. Let's be honest here. Oh yeah. So hopefully we don't get pulled over here. We don't just pass out halfway up. Alright, 6 hours later, we haven't done shit. So, I just pulled the car back in, jacked it up a bit. I was helping a friend with his brakes on his Jeep, and we found that we were going to replace the rotors, and I guess he had the higher performance brakes on it, so he didn't have the right rotors. We went to advanced, got rotors that we thought were right. We should have brought the old rotors with us so we could reference the size, and of course we came back and that was also too small of a rotor, so he has to order new ones and pretty much pulled his whole Jeep rear end apart and then just put it back together and didn't really replace anything. So that took over the whole afternoon, as well as me forgetting all my exhaust hangers. So we have everything now. It's about 9 o'clock at night. Obviously I'm in a jacket right now because it's a little bit chilly, but we're gonna plug this away and hopefully get this done relatively quick. I think this is where they all are. These are our exhaust hangers, brackets, etc. I'm thinking it's going to be a lot easier to do this rear muffler first because this has to go on all the hangers. Because I only bought 2 of the exhaust hangers that I needed because I didn't really know what I was doing. We have 2 of these right here. These I bought. I don't think these are going to work. These aren't the proper ones. No big deal. We have the 2 new ones. And then we have existing ones that are actually in pretty good shape. They're not too cracked up. So these are already hung. I didn't really take them off from when I took the muffler off, so we're just gonna lift the muffler up and see if we can get it on how it's supposed to be. Alright, we have our new rubber. I've never really done this before, so I'm gonna stick it on this first, which I'm actually thinking it may be better to have it on the muffler before. I'm not sure. Of course, they're not even like, there's no holes in it. It's all solid, so I might have to slit that. Okay, I might need a razor knife to cut those holes out. Okay. Poking a little hole in them. Just bringing that through. Okay, we're good. Okay, that's a little bit better. Put that guy on. It's very possible. I may have to redo this and stick it on the muffler first. It may be simpler to do it that way. Look at those nice shiny new CV axles. Alright, I'm gonna put this down. I guess I gotta lift this freaking mammoth up. You know what? I think I'm gonna have to put on the muffler first. It's alright. Okay. What the fuck? What a pain in the dick. Okay, there we go. There's one. Sorry for the groaning and sounds. This is going to be difficult, guys. This is an ass leak. Yes! Whew. Oh, we got that one on. Guys, I thought our brackets were correct and we were gonna have to like weld the originals back on. Okay. We got this one right here. I don't think I can get you guys on a good angle here. Sorry. Sorry. Beautiful. I'll buy replacements for this. Out of curiosity, though. That's a pretty sad looking bushing right there. Alright. Let's see if this guy works. It's a better bushing. Get that guy on. Nice and sturdy. Oh my god, this looks so good. Look at the axles, the exhaust. This thing's like a brand new car. Now, ignore the rust. Let's do this guy now. Okay. Stick this little guy on. We did it. We did it. Rear muffler's done. So, we're going to move on to our mid pipe. Jargon. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I'm gonna put this little clippy tool in here. That pipe and that pipe. Yeah. Oh boy. I may have to shave that end a little tiny bit. I don't know. Fuck. Alright. We might have to cut it off a little bit. About an inch. No big deal. Little did you guys know, the Mercedes Star works very well for a tripod. Let's see where we're at now. Alright, we're pretty damn close here. Gonna trim another inch off. No big deal. Up. Shorter and shorter. This car's so damn quiet right now. I mean, it's still loud compared to other cars, but let's be honest here. This is a night and day difference. I don't know how to film this thing in fucking night mode because it's very hard to see. I kind of have it jimmied up because it's like 11:30 right now. A 30-minute drive home. Found that with the addition of the donut from the downpipe to the midpipe, my bolts that I already had that I figured would work were too short. So I ended up being able to stick one in there and tighten the shit out of it. I bailed a bunch of wire, of course, right? This is a new exhaust, you need to just wrap the whole thing in wire just to keep it mostly secured. I mean, the one bolt would probably be fine, but I'm just completely tired from today. It's just, it had its perks today, but for the most part, it was just a total flop. And it's just, I just want to go to sleep and start again, because I still have to, I'm running on fumes right now, so I have to get some fuel tonight, and feed my kitty, but I just, this car is running just so smooth now, and it's amazing. It's just been so long, this car has just been fucked up in terms of that. You know, when I rev it up or when I do a nice pull, I don't smell any diesel fumes in here. This is amazing. I mean, I have never had the car in this condition. So obviously my donut isn't installed because I only had short bolts, so it's gonna get quieter. Obviously, my mid-pipe to downpipe seal isn't that great. It's just sort of the outward flares just touching each other, so it'd be a lot better. And I never fastened the connection to the muffler from the mid-pipe because I know I'm gonna have to shift it around, so I didn't want to like stick that on because I'm gonna have to compress the pipe a little to get that little loop fitting around. So we'll do a couple things tomorrow just to tie it all up. But in terms of fitment, I had to cut it a couple times. I probably sheared 2.5 inches off of it in the end, which honestly, that's pretty damn good. I'm really impressed with the, number one, the quality, as well as the fitment of the Partsgeek exhaust system. I'm really happy with it. The bends were all perfect. Muffler, the little brackets that hook to your exhaust hangers, they were all the right size with the right loops. It's like, that rarely happens these days, let's be honest. I think the best part is this car's make its little gurgling sound it did with just a shot exhaust. You rev it up and then you go down a hill and it's like blah, 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 blah. It just sounds freaking trashy and horrible. It's like, I mean, as fun as the loud exhaust is, you know, and obviously the turbo noises, which are pretty damn cool. Like, this is a Mercedes. I mean, this driving on the highway across the country. And you know, it's going new, which is really cool. I'm really excited for this trip. Break me out of the norm a little bit, you know? Get me out of my comfort zone. I think it's going to be an exciting journey. What's up? The next day, Sunday. So this is how I had the exhaust rigged up. We just have this one bolt on there, and then we got some wire that I wrapped around 3 times, and then you'll see I don't have my bracket on the mid pipe to rear muffler attachment, so it stayed on fine, so that's a good thing. But I have around some new nuts, bolts, and washers. Same diameter, but obviously a little longer, just so I can get these things on. Alright, we got that connection all finalized. I had no luck with the new donut, so I just reused the old one. I can't find one that fits correctly, so it is what it is. It's not gonna leak. It was in pretty good shape. It's just obviously it's not new, but nice and straight. Should be nice and sealed. Holy hell! The whiteout.